Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah, salatu wassalam ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajmain amma ba'd. There are 11 students in this video. We are going to start the 12.2 section. In the last previous video, we are discussed about grade 10 equations and we recall with a summary. We tableized the summary. Using that summary, we'll recall all what we studied in grade 10. Okay, we'll start with that some particular points because we need to recall it for 12.2 also. So in grade 10, we are studying y equal ax squared. The equation form is y equal ax squared. And then the second one, y equal ax squared plus b. Okay, these are the two form of equation we are studying at grade 10. So what are the parts, what are the main parts we are studying about this equation is without drawing the graph, we should describe the graph, the nature of the graph. Nature of the graph means whether it is a maximum graph or a minimum graph. So nature of the graph means nature, called as nature. In the previous sessions, we used the word describing the graph. So describing the graph, nature of the graph, all are same, similar words. So nature of the graph means whether the graph is maximum or minimum. So which of the element from this equation, which of the element we are going to check, and with the particular element we can say the graph is maximum or decreasing graph, sorry, increasing graph. The graph is minimum, it's a decreasing graph. What is the element? So the element is the coefficient of x squared, which means we are going to look at a. So using the a, if the a is greater than 0, which means positive, it's a minimum graph. A is less than 0, which means negative, it's a maximum graph. So then symmetry x is turning point. So those are the main three portions. Basically we have to know using this equation form. So if you go to grade 11, so there are another three varieties of equation. So the third one, that is the one under 12.2 we are going to study. Y equal ax squared plus bx plus c. I think you are familiar with ax squared, bx plus c. So that's why in your textbook, the graph is before the equation lesson. But we are studied equation and then we came for graph. Because ax squared plus bx plus c, it's a format, basic format of a quadratic equation or quadratic expression. One of the part is belongs to quadratic expression. So we are going to use what we studied on equations. And in an algebraic equation, we studied about finding roots in three methods. So we can use all the theories under graph because the same format here also. So the theories are in between connected. So while we studying arithmetic progression, we know we came to a simultaneous equation and quadratic equation. So arithmetic progression, it's related to interrelationship. There are so many interrelationship between the each and every lessons. So another interrelation lesson is graph and equation. Okay, so the third format we are going to study in grade 11, y equal ax squared plus bx plus c. Fourth one, y equal x plus b all squared plus c. That is the fourth one. Fifth one, y equal x minus a, sorry, x plus a, x plus b. This is just a format. Okay, these are 5 categories, 5 different formats of a parabola graph. So we have already studied about 2 forms of equation. What is the main part we are studying from the equation? That is, without drawing the graph, what can we say? So what is the main point without drawing the graph? We can say nature of the graph. We know what is nature of the graph. So second point, we are going to say symmetry axis. The axis of symmetry. Then the turning point. So these are the 3 major points. Without drawing the graph, using the equation, we can see. So what about these three datas for this new 3 equations? That is your grade 11 part, first part. Then we are going to draw the graph, and we studied already in graph you can categorize all the question in between 1 and 20. So if in your exam paper they can ask some questions, so in graph lesson we can categorize all the question what they supposed to ask. Okay, under 1 to 20 we are going to study each and every question, and we are going to study how to answer those questions. So without out of these 20, they can't ask a question in your examination. That is the main plus point in graph. So so many students, most of the students, they are selecting graph because they know what is the question before they go for the exam. Because under 1 to 20 we can categorize all the question they're supposed to ask. So for example, here we have 3 questions. What is the nature? But what is the function, minimum or maximum? First question. Second question, equation of axis of symmetry. Third question, turning point. Fourth question, we know interval values. The interval values of x when y is given, y equal 1 or y greater than or equal 1, like this, or increasing, decreasing. We studied that, increasing, decreasing in grade 10. So these are some question, 1, 2, 3, fourth one. And the next one, finding a root of a quadratic equation. It's related to the equation. Okay, finding root, finding square roots, and some other questions are there. We are going to discuss in grade 11. So this is the summary of graph. You need to remember those points because the graph is a simple and easiest lesson. So if you understand these things, we have 5 equations. We can categorize the question under 1 to 20. So all the questions are there. So what is the meaning of this question and how to find the answer for those questions, all we are going to discuss. So out of this, they can't ask a question in your graph. So easily we can make 10 marks because part 2 we can each and every question will be given 10 marks. So we'll have the 10 marks easily. So without understanding this, it's quite difficult to get the answer. Okay, so we are going to start 12.2 today. So 12.2, the equation, as I say, the equation is it's familiar to us. So one of the part of the equation is ax squared plus bx plus c. So this format, we are going to it's belong to a quadratic equation or quadratic expression. So before that, we are going to add the y. So we already done the exercise. We already draw the 4 graphs under this section. So one of the basic thing you need to remember, this type of equation, the third form of equation, it's most related to a quadratic equation. Most related to a quadratic equation. Okay, and then the second point you need to remember, without drawing the graph, we can't we can't guess, or we can't say anything about these three: the nature of the graph, symmetry axis, and turning point. Because these two categories, we can have some points to get the answer of symmetry axis and turning point. So this type of equation, remember that without drawing the graph, we can't guess symmetry axis or turning point. We can say the nature of the graph, because nature of the graph, it depends on the coefficient of x squared. So for the 5 categories we are discussed here, for 5 categories, 5 form of equation we discussed here. So all 5 equation, without drawing the graph, we can say nature of the graph, because nature of the graph depends on the coefficient of x squared. So the x squared, the a is positive or a is greater than 0, it's a minimum graph. A is negative or a is less than 0, it's a maximum graph. So only we can say nature of the graph. The other thing, we should draw the graph. So that is the major part under the third type of equation. Others are same. So if we draw the graph, using the graph, you can find this 1 to 20 question. Okay. The major part is without drawing the graph. So that part we should memorize how to find it. So in this second equation, what is the turning point? The x coordinates are always 0 for these two categories. So the second category equation, the turning point, the y value is, the y coordinate is going to be b. So b, we need to remember, the b is exactly the y coordinate of the turning point. So we need to remember that point. So what about the third part of the equation? So nothing is here. Only we can say nature of the graph. Otherwise, we need to draw the graph. After drawing graph, we can always we can answer the question. Okay. So nothing special like 1 and 2 in this category. So only the special is the equation ax squared bx plus c. It's like in the form of quadratic equation, quadratic expression. Okay. So that is the major part we have under 12.2. So others are the update and advanced things we studied in grade 10. The range of values, the finding roots, finding square roots, all other things. So now we can go for that portion, and we can discuss. We have 2 examples in our textbook. So we are going to discuss those examples. So listening to this video, keep your textbook with you, and with my instruction, go through the graphs. Okay. So we'll discuss about the first graph is given. The first graph, the example is given: y equal x squared minus 2x minus 3. Okay, the special of this equation, if you make y as 0. If y equals 0, so it is look like a quadratic equation. That is the special. Okay, so we have a graph here. So they already find the coordinates. The range of x is given as -2 to 4. So -2 to 4. Okay. So we know how to do the how to find the values of y substituting x. Okay. So we are going to discuss the graph, about the graph. Okay. Before we go to the graph, we need to recall how to find the range. So x-axis, y-axis. Okay. If you draw a line through -1, so it's -1. So the straight line you drawn, it is parallel to y and passes through x equal 1, x equal -1. So the equation is x equal -1. We studied in grade 10. Okay, x equal -1. Okay, so what is the range? So how do we write range like this? Because as I said in the earlier, there are no special questions. All the questions are from what we studied in grade 10. Okay, so the main part of the question, grade 10, we are studying about writing the range of values of x or range of values of y. Okay, so if you draw a straight line on the Cartesian plan, passes through the x, the Cartesian plan now divides into two portions. One of the portion is right hand side of the line. The other portion is left hand side of the straight line. So if you check the values of x, if you check the values of x on the left hand side, what can we say? If you take any point here, if you take any point here, so what is the value of x on the left hand side of this x equal -1? All the x coordinates, all the values of x are less than -1. Is that correct? So we discussed those things on grade 10. Okay, what about the right side values? If you take any point on the right side, so what is the value of x coordinate? If you take any point, what is the value of x coordinate? It is greater than -1. So it is greater than -1. So this is the basic idea. We are going to check the values of x and we take and we write the range of values. So this is the range of values of x. Okay. So if we draw a straight line on y-axis, we draw it here 3, y equal 3. The line drawn through 3. So the equation is y equal 3. Okay. So if you consider a line passes through y-axis, okay, so it has two portions, the upper and the bottom. So upper part of the straight line. So if you check any points, the y values are greater than 3. So y greater than 3. So bottom part, so y less than 3. So just we recall the how do we define the range and how do we get the range in a simple way. Okay, so this is the basic knowledge we need to write the range of values. So you can go for the graph, look at the graph on example 1. Okay. So the turning point of the graph is -4 and 1. Symmetry axis is passed through 1. This one is -4. The intersecting point is -1 and this one is 3. Okay, this is your graph. Okay, so what are the question we can have under this type? So we can, as I said in the earlier, the first one, they are asking axis of symmetry. Axis of symmetry. So if you draw the graph, you need to draw a straight line through the turning point. You need to draw a straight line through the turning point. So you can check, you can get the point where the straight line passes through on x-axis. So that is the equation. So for this graph, the symmetry axis is x equal 1. So how do we get the symmetry axis? Through the turning point, we need to draw a straight line. So that straight line passes through a point on x-axis. So that is the value. So this straight line passes through x equal 1. So the symmetry axis, equation of the symmetry axis, x equal 1. So then turning point. So what is the turning point? Sorry, minimum value. So it's a minimum graph. So it's a it got minimum value. So what is the minimum value? So I can recall something what we have studied in grade 10. Always we are going to describe the graph left hand side, from the left hand side. So from the left hand side, the y values are higher values. From the higher values of y, the y is decreasing. So the first part of the graph is decreasing and it comes to a minimum value. Then it get increasing. So the first part is decreasing. So we are calling decreasing graph or minimum graph because it reach a minimum value, then it turn. So the minimum graph. So what is the minimum value of the graph? Is -4. So using the symmetry axis, we can take the x coordinate of the turning point and with the minimum value y coordinate of the turning point. So the turning point is 1, -4. If you want to write a coordinate of a point, you need to write within a bracket with a comma. So some students in the previous exercises, they just write like this, 1, -4. It's not the proper way to represent the coordinate. Within the bracket, you should represent it. So the basic 3 questions we can answer by using the graph. After drawing the graph only, we can check. If we check the values, -4, -1, 1. Sorry, -4 and 1. So we can't use the equation like y equal ax squared or y equal ax squared b. So there are no clues on the equation. So that's why with the equation, we can't say without drawing the graph. Okay. So the next part is we are going to dealing with the range of values of x. So in grade 10 also, we divided the graph into 4 portions and we describe it. Okay. This is the starting point. This is the point what we are, the graph is intersecting x-axis. So we can make a point there. So B, then the turning point, then the next point intersecting the x-axis, D, then the ending point. So AB is a portion, BC the second one, CD third one, DE the fourth one. So we have 4 portions. So A to B. So if you describe the graph A to B, so we have 2 values on the graph. Each and every point we have 2 values, x, y. So describe the graph, which value we are considering. we are considering only the y values. So that's why we gave a point to remember this point. Graph or function, both are same. Function means a graph means function. So altogether, function and graph, it's y value of the graph. So if they are asking about function or if they are asking about graph, you should look at the y values. So with the y values, you can answer the question. So okay, A to B, what happening to the graph? A to B, what happening to the function? A to B, what happening to the y values? So y values, so if you have the y value on the starting point, we have 5. Value is 5. So when it comes to B, exactly on B, the value of y is 0. Okay, so from 5 to 0, the value of the y are decreasing. The starting value is 5. When it comes to B, the value is decreasing, but still the values are positive. 5 to 0, the values are positive. So A to B, we are describing the graph decreasing positively. The graph is decreasing positively. The function is decreasing positively. The y values are decreasing positively. Okay, so check B to C. Exactly on B, on point B, the value is 0. When it comes to C, the value is -4. So 0 to -4, the graph is, the value is still decreasing, but in negative. The values are on negative. So 0, -1, -2, -3, -4. So the values are decreasing, but decreasing in negative. -1, it's greater than -2. -2 greater than -3. -3 greater than -4. You know that. So values are decreasing in negative. So negatively decreasing. Okay. What about C to D? -4. Starting from -4, -3, -2, -1, it comes to 0. So the values are increasing, but still when it comes to D, it's 0. So C to D, it's negative. So we can say C to D increasing negatively. Values are increasing but negative. So increasing negative. So D to E, we all know, increasing positively. Values are increasing positively. So how can we, so this is the part how we describing the part of the graph. Okay, so before we come to this portion, we recall how to write the range of values. So from the intersection, through the intersection point, draw a straight line. On your textbook, with a pencil, draw a straight line through this point, through this intersection point. Then the other intersection point also. Okay, so this one is x equal -1. This one is x equal 3. Okay, so A to B, the graph is decreasing positively. The graph is decreasing positively. So how can we say the range of values of x? In which range of values of x the graph is decreasing positively? So when you draw a straight line, you get a right hand side and left hand side. A to B is in left hand side of this straight line x equal minus 1. So what about the left hand side values of the x? X less than minus 1. So from A, the coordinate of A is minus 2, minus 5. Is that correct? It is minus 2 and 5. So the values of x are less than minus 1. So the decreasing positively part is on an area. So the area is given by the value of x. So if you check the value of x less than minus 1, the values are decreasing positively. So the range of decreasing positively is x less than minus 1. Okay. Okay, then B to C. You know B to C. What is B to C? Decreasing negatively. So starting from minus 1, we draw a line here. Starting from minus 1, already we drawn a line for the symmetry axis. That is x equal 1. So in between minus 1 and 1, the value of x in between minus 1 and 1, one of the portion of the graph is there. So what about the y values of the part of the graph are decreasing negative. So decreasing negatively B to C is the in between area of minus 1 and 1. So the graph decreasing in between which values of x is greater than minus 1, less than 1. Right hand side is greater than, left hand side is less than 1. So greater than minus 1, less than 1. So likewise, we can, now you recall all the things studied in grade 10. Likewise, we are taking the range of values. Okay. So another type of range of value, the variety of question is in which range of values of x graph is negative, function is negative. So A to B, the y values are positive, so function is positive. D to E, the y values are positive, so function is positive. So the bottom line under x axis, okay, under the x axis there is a curve part, that is B to D. So those values are from B to D, the values of y are negative. So what is the range of values of x? So it starts from minus 1, it's end with 3. So in between minus 1 and 3, there is a portion of graph where the values of y are negative. So where the graph is negative, so the range is in between minus 1 and 3. The graph is negative. So where the graph is positive, the in which range of values of x graph is positive. Where the graph is positive, there are two portions, A to B and D to E. This is not in between range. A to B is a separate range, D to E it's a separate range. So this category is a in between category. So the range is look like this. So what about the positive graph where the function is positive? It's A to B, we already done, it's less than minus 1. So one of the area is x less than minus 1, comma. The other area, the graph is positive, is D to E. So it's greater than 3. The right hand side of the 3, this straight line is greater than 3. So the next range is x greater than 3. So there are two ranges because there are two parts of the graph are there. So that's why we describe we mention the area, the range of x in different two ranges. So for these questions, the part of the graph is in between two ranges. So the the inequality comes like this. So this is the basic questions what you are dealing under y equal ax squared plus bx plus c. So we discussed the second graph, the other parts, the same questions are there on the second graph also. The other, the finding roots or finding square roots, other part of the question we are going to discuss with the second graph.